Hey folks, it's Tom, your frugal prepper. So like Sears is lost their flipping lines. Okay. So if you don't have an online Sears account at Sears.com, go sign up for one. They're giving away free money for tools and everything in the store. So I got 4 sockets. Now 2 of them I'm waiting for them to come in still because they weren't at my store. So it's going to be a little bit till they get to my store to pick them up. But I picked up these 2 and 2 other sockets that I was missing out of my collection. And all total for all of them, because they were all on sale or clearance, was $15. I used $15 in free cash that they gave me on my account, and I paid 20 cents for them. And I paid for that with PayPal, so their PayPal fee is probably more than 20 cents. I think it's like 35 cents minimum. So they just lost money all the way around on that deal. I then went and had a $6 coupon, and this was on sale for $9.99. I used my $6 coupon. I got out with this for like $4 and 20 some cents. Nice little meter. So I saw this video from MD Lee. I'll put a link to his channel down below, where he had just done a tool haul from Sears and got a lot of nice stuff really cheap. Awesome. I'm really happy. I mean, yes, the Craftsman stuff is made in China now, and this made in China crap. But for 20 cents, I'll take made in China crap. My problem isn't that Craftsman started making their tools in China. My problem is they made them in China. They're not of the same quality. They break easier. And they're not supporting American jobs anymore. They're paying less for the crap. They're trying to pawn it off on us as the same product, and it's not. And they're still selling it at the same prices as the American-made product that was of better quality. That's not acceptable. They're just trying to increase their profit margin and throw one over on us. And, you know, I just got to where I wasn't going to pay Sears Craftsman prices for cheap Harbor Freight junk, right? Which is what it essentially was at the end of the day. I don't have a problem with Harbor Freight junk. I'll use it all day long, but I won't pay Sears prices for it. I will pay 20 cents for 4 sockets, though. You know, and the problem with Sears is they just don't give people what they want. They must have, like, a preschooler running their marketing department. I don't know. Like, you run a promotion like this where you're giving away things, essentially, it's costing you money to give them away over and above what you paid for them to begin with, right? Even if you got these for free, they still cost them money in the PayPal fee to give these to me. Alright, and so then you offer, we'll bring it to your car. You pull up, click a button in your mobile app, we'll bring it out to your car for you. I was like, okay, that's kind of not smart, right? Like, you should be like, okay, you use this coupon, but you got to come into the store and get a hold of any associate, tell them your name or whatever, they'll look up your order and go get it for you, or tell them your order number, right? And then you have that associate say, I will go get your order right now. It's going to take me about 5 minutes. Feel free to look around. If you're not here when I get back, I will come and find you. Get the person looking around the store to get them to buy something else while they're there. You use free promotions like that to get people into the store, not to bring it out to their car while they're eating their McDonald's and then I drive away. Like, yeah, Sears looks pretty dead these days. I don't know. It doesn't take a genius to figure out why they're going out of business quick. They're dying quick. And it ticks me off because I used to love Sears so much as a kid. It was this, and as a young adult, I bought a lot of stuff there. I used to love just going and looking at the tools. I'm like, man, I want that. But they've made one dumb decision after another. And the basic dumb decision that they've made is you have to try to sell people something that they want, rather than trying to sell them something they don't want, but convincing them that they want it. You know, it's the bottom line. People wanted American-made Craftsman tools. They're willing to pay a little bit more for them. They were a step up from the Chinese crap, and they were so much cheaper than tool truck brands. And they stood behind it with a good warranty and service. And they thought they could pull one over on us, and we said, screw that, we're going to Harbor Freight. If we're buying Chinese crap, let's get the right price on it, and they never brought it back. They never brought it back to America. They never even explored that as an option, right? They was like, nope, can't do it, not doing it, whatever. And it's the same thing with everything else. They're not selling people what they want in a way that they want it. They quit following through on the really good service they used to offer with appliances and things, and the service went away. And I think mid to later 90s, they cut everybody's salary from what was a decent living wage with benefits and insurance to $8 an hour part-time. People left. So a lot of the salesmen that I had known, like since I was a kid, that sold appliances in there, they're like, well, screw this, we're out of here. And then you got some young kid, he doesn't know anything about the appliance when you ask him. Or, Sears was the place you went to get the really good quality stuff that came with the service, right? I mean, Kmart was where you went to get the cheap stuff because you were broke and you just needed something for payday. But Sears is where you went when you wanted something nice that was going to last. And, Sears is not anymore. Sears is selling the same junk as everybody else, and they haven't adapted their marketing strategy to compete. It's really weird that a company that started its business by inventing mail order, right? I think it was, I don't know if it was Sears or Mr. Roebuck or whatever, but whoever started it, I think were selling timepieces, like watches, pocket watches and stuff. And he was a train conductor, and he was selling his timepieces, and people would order them at like their local train conductor station. The funds would get sent in, and they would send it out on the next train. And that became a catalog. And so people in these rural areas could order what they wanted from Sears, would get put on a train and sent out to their local town, and they could get it and pick it up. And, and that grew into what Sears was. They invented mail order business. They invented the pick what you want, order it, and it shows up in a little while. Back then, a little while might have been a couple weeks, right? But today, it's the same thing that Amazon does, right? Amazon, you get what you want, you pay for it, it shows up in 2 days with free Prime shipping. And now, they're being put out of business by places like Amazon, right? They're being put out of business by the very process that they originally conceived of and invented. It's sad. It wouldn't be hard to fix. But I don't think they're going to get it. I just don't think they can. Sometimes big corporations like that just can't change and adapt. Not that Amazon's any great company. I think they've lost money every year since 1994. I don't know how people think Amazon's this great, wonderful company when every Prime account costs them like $200 a year to sell. They don't have a good long-term business strategy either. And when the investors finally figure that out, I think the bubble will pop around Amazon. And they'll either have to change a lot of what they do, the way they do it, or they may go defunct too. I don't know. I don't really know that much about Amazon, but I know from doing a little bit of reading that they're not this great, super profitable company that everybody thinks they are. They're kind of cooking the books sometimes to make it look like they're making a little, but they're making a small fraction of what a company that size should make. So, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. When I went in and looked around Sears a little bit, because I did, I was seeing a lot of Craftsman stuff being pulled off the shelves and redoing displays, and they're setting up Stanley and Dewalt stuff. Well, of course, Stanley bought Craftsman. I was hoping that Stanley would make like a new line of tools that would be in the Craftsman name, and maybe even make them in America. And it looks like it might come to the Stanley store. I don't know. Maybe that's why they're liquidating all this tool stuff off so cheap. Get rid of the SKUs, set up Stanley SKUs. I don't know. Oh, I saw like a nice pack of DeWalt wrenches there. So yeah, they were getting it set up like they're getting ready for the holidays, and they have box after box after box of Stanley and DeWalt stuff, and they were pulling off all of the Craftsman power tool cordless power tools. So I don't know. I'm gonna go back, Christmas shopping season and see what's going on there. I hope Sears makes it. I love Stanley tools. I think if they could offer Stanley and they could offer onesies of Stanleys, which is what's bad about Stanley. Like, I lost my 10 millimeter. I can't go buy just the one socket from Walmart. If they could do that like they did it with Craftsman stuff, I go back there because I like Stanley stuff. I've had great luck with it. And just have to see what happens. Hope they make it. But things change, and if companies don't adapt and keep up with the changes, they go away. Anyway, check that out. Get the deals while the getting's good. Get signed up for that online account. Get your free cash points. Get you some free tools. I'll talk to y'all later. This is Tom, your frugal prepper.